So everybody and they mama is, you know, kind of like upset about the video. What video is it? I got him off. The video where it says birthday behavior and drama. Everyone is agreeing with me on the side where I'm like, my cousin was wrong for asking me for gas money. And everybody's saying like, yo, that ain't your cuz, that ain't your cuz, whatever, whatever. All right, yeah. So I'm making this video to tell you guys my experience with fake family and how I deal with them. So you guys know the dealio. Y'all know I'm adopted and I do not know my real parents. I am gonna try not to, who is this? I was adopted. I do not know my real parents, whatever, whatever, sob story, whatever. I have been with the same family for my whole life. The family is Haitian. That's how I learned how to speak Haitian Creole. I am not blood Haitian, but being that I've grown up with Haitians, I consider myself Haitian, so I'm a Zoe. So I've been to Haiti 2 times, just to let you guys know. So I'm gonna try not to put too much information out, but I'm gonna give you guys a little gist. So growing up, I was always told that I was never gonna be shit, was never gonna get out that house. I'm trying to think, I'm trying to tell y'all stuff, but I don't want to tell y'all too much. Just off the fact that I don't know who's gonna see this video. I don't know. Matter of fact, fuck it, I'm gonna just tell y'all. So, but I'm not gonna use names because even if I don't fuck with them, I still think that's kind of rude. But okay, so I grew up in Brooklyn, and it was my mother and my father. Y'all done see my mom in the vlogs, Haitian lady, and my father was, this is my foster parents, y'all. Just I consider them my real parents, so just understand that. So fucking okay, so when it was the same year as 9/11. My mother told me that my foster dad had died. So I knew him. I remember him. I remember him always bringing us food, you know what I'm saying? But me and him did not have a relationship at all. We had a relationship, but I was so young. It was like he did for us, but we didn't have a relationship like a daughter-dad kind of relationship. So that's actually going to lead into another video of my struggle with relationship with men because I didn't grow up with a father, but I'll tell y'all that later. But it's not sad, so don't worry. But anyways, so when I was young, my mother used to travel. She used to go to Paris, Miami. She used to go out and she used to leave me. She used to leave me with my sister. Now, growing up, I don't know what was wrong with my mom in the sense of, to me, she wasn't a good mom when I was growing up. But when I had like 16, 17 is when we just became the best of friends, and she is my heart. Like I would die for this lady like right now. But she used to travel and she used to leave me, and she would leave me with my sister. Now, I have 3 sisters. I have one that lives in Connecticut, one that lived in Connecticut, and one that lives in New York. The one that lives in New York, I am really cool with her. I love her. She's bae.com. But okay, my mom used to leave me with my sister, the one that lives in New York. And it was kind of a two-way thing. You know what I'm saying? Like the family had good days and the family had bad days. But growing up, I mean, like if you look at a family photo, you would see that you could tell that I didn't belong. So it really, even if nobody told me that I was adopted, I still would have known that I was adopted. So yeah, so my mother used to leave me and leave me with her, and it was really rough. I don't really want to go into details, but it was really rough. I remember these things as a kid. I remember when my mother used to like not leave me any money, and like nobody would give me, and I was young, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you need money to go to school. Like you need money to eat at school. That's how it was when I was younger. I mean, okay, basically if I didn't have money, I didn't have no way to eat. I'm just gonna tell y'all. I ain't have no, yeah, I just ain't have no way to eat. So what I used to do was, all right, so let me backtrack. So when my mom used to leave me at my sister's house, they used to be like, it'll be enough beds in the house, but they used to be like, nah, you can't sleep on my bed, you know. So sometimes I have to sleep on the couch or sleep on the floor. Or sometimes when I try to sleep on the couch, they'd be like, nah, you can't sleep on the couch, and I'll have to sleep on the floor, whatever. But it really didn't even, it was whatever. But I remember when I was younger, my mom went to Miami, and she left me with my sister, and I used to, don't judge me, y'all, I used to have to steal from my sister's jacket to go and basically eat something, whatever. I was like 8, 9 at the time, whatever. Probably like 10, 11. 8, 9, 10, 11? Yeah, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I remember those. I remember those days. I remember we used to go out, right? And it used to be my sister and it used to be all the other kids my age. And we would go like to Macy's or something. But when you're young, Macy's look like everything.com. But she used to buy everyone something and not buy me anything. And not saying that the person had to, because obviously the person ain't my mother, but I'm saying, like, when you're young and then I'm not gonna cry, oh my god, like, why do I always end up crying when I'm talking to y'all? But when you're young and you like, I'm sorry y'all, when you're young and you, okay, just imagine like a young kid going out. We used to always go to Macy's and all that shit, and everybody would get something but me. But then it's like, you a little kid, you don't know any better, you know what I'm saying? And you just looking around like, how the fuck everybody got gifts but me, you know what I'm saying? So I used to think that something was wrong with me. Like, yo, kids ain't stupid. They know, like, how they get one and I don't get one. So I was used to that. It would happen like 15, 20 times, whatever. I knew something. I always thought something was wrong with me, and I knew I didn't belong because I'm the only fair-skinned person in the family. My mother is a little bit darker than me, but everyone else is about caramel dark skin. So I knew that something was wrong with me. So that's when my insecurities began, when everybody would get this and that, and I would just be like sitting in the corner, like not getting shit. But I don't really care. It's not like I wanted anything, but I just got treated differently. So years went on. My mother, I'm not gonna say she was a bad mom, or maybe she was broke or whatever, but I used to wear my cousin's hand-me-down. You see the cousin that is in the video that was driving and she asked for gas money? She's like, no, whoa. She's like double my size, and I used to have her wear her hand-me-downs. And I didn't really care, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was young, I didn't give a fuck. But my mother would also thrift. And if you're Haitian, you know what the timache is. My mother would go to the timache. So basically, if I wasn't wearing my cousin's hand-me-downs, I was wearing secondhand clothes. And now, y'all can't see my fucked up here. Now I realize that, thrifting ain't bad, but I just never had anything that had a tag on it. Like a tag, like showing that it's new. And everyone else did, but whatever. But when you a kid, you get things fuck you up. Things that happen to you as a child fucks you up when you're older. So, boom. Let's fast forward. I'm like 15 now. I'm trying to like summarize it for you. Basically, y'all, I was always treated like the ugly stepchild. And I wasn't ugly, but it wasn't even about looks. They just made me feel like I didn't belong and something was wrong with me. It was just a lot of like mental abuse, but whatever. So I'm fast forwarding now to, okay, yes, let me tell y'all. So growing up, never had a Christmas tree. Never had a Christmas tree, never had a birthday cake. Y'all know this already. Christmas tree wise, never had a Thanksgiving dinner in my home. When it would be Thanksgiving, we would go to my sister's house, or when it would be like Christmas. I remember getting about 2 Christmas gifts. Yeah, I remember getting about like 2 Christmas gifts. I believe one was sneakers for my sister from, yeah, one was sneakers for my sister that lives in Connecticut. And the other, I believe, was, I don't remember, but if I can't remember Christmas gifts, yeah, no. You feel me? And I'm not gonna cry, but I'm trying to fast forward. Let's fast forward to 15. So my whole childhood, I was a tomboy. Y'all can tell the whole hand clapping to get on this. I was a tomboy. And so, all right, I was a tomboy, and that's kind of why I didn't mind the hand-me-downs or the big ass clothes. I really didn't mind because I was young. It didn't hit me until I was like turned into a woman that, you know, I got a fucked up ass past. So I remember, oh, we not about to do this. Oh God, no. All right, I'm not gonna tell you that right now. I'll tell you later. I'll tell you that story one day, but I ain't gonna tell y'all now. Happened. They used to compare me and other family members school-wise, like, yo, my daughter got this, what your daughter got? My daughter in this school, what your daughter in? You feel me? So I'm not even crying, my eyelashes was wet. So I started to go to high school. I dropped out. Then I went back to high school and I got the highest grades in my whole family. Not family, I'm sorry. I got the highest grades in my whole school. See now, every award show I would have, well, every award show my family would have, no matter whose award show it is, I would go, you know, show them some love. Every single one. Graduations, everything. My graduation wasn't nobody there but my mother and my best friend. Award shows, wasn't nobody there but my mother and my best friend. So when my high school graduation came, everybody had excuses. 2 award shows, everybody had excuses. Basic training graduation, everybody had excuses. And now I reached the point where in my life where I'm just like, I don't give a fuck who come. You feel me? But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna fast forward. I'm trying to fast forward. I'm trying not to give too much details because, you know, some things should be kept personal. So I'm gonna tell y'all this and just brace with me. So remember how I told you I got them 3 sisters. One of my sisters, 2 live in Connecticut, 1 live in New York. One of them that live in Connecticut, she was going through something and she moved in with us. Yep, you're about to hear this fucked up shit. So she moved in with us. And when she moved in with us, my mother was like, you know what, y'all? Let's move to the basement. No, matter of fact, let me backtrack. So she moved in with us. It was her 3 kids, my mom, me, my mom's husband. Okay? Her 3 kids, me, my mom, husband. So it was 6 people in a 3-bedroom home. Yes, so I had my own room. My mother had her own room, and she would stay in she would have a room, but her son would be on the couch. So it started off bad when she decided she wanted to put her son's shit in my room. Okay, you know what? That's fine. I absolutely love that boy. Like, me and him is cool to this day. So she decided she wanted to put his shit in my room, whatever. Boy, feet start stinking. Nigga don't want to do no laundry. Like, you know, I'm trying to have visitors over, but your feet stink. Like, you know what I'm saying? Your room, have my room stinking off of his shit. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't have no visitors. Like, bitch, can't get no dick. Like, you know what I'm saying? So fast forward. My mother got tired of this shit. So she offered my sister the whole first floor and we would move into the basement. So she offered my sister the whole upstairs for $1,000 a month. And she gave us, well, not she gave us basement, but we moved into the basement. See, now, this is where I decided that I had to join the army. First off, the basement No, fucking spider webs out the ass, cold as fuck. My fucking room. Oh my god, y'all. My room was like, it could fit, let me tell you what it fit in it. It fit a bed in it and a dresser, and that's it. It was so small and so embarrassing. Not only was it small, I mean, like, it was short. Like, standing up in the room, like, my head could hit the fucking thing. So that's when my life started to go downhill. Like, this shit was embarrassing. Like, I didn't want to live like this. The house was just like, the basement was just horrible. It was nasty. So, boom. And being that the room was so small, I had to leave some of my clothes in the closet that was in the hallway. Y'all, my shit would go missing, right? This is when fake family comes in. My shit will go missing and pop up the next day smelling like perfume. And I'm like, some people stealing my clothes. Let me tell you something. If you ain't ever did shit for me, do not fix your lips or fix your hands to touch my shit or ask for my shit, okay? Never had a Christmas present from this lady not one time. I remember when we went to Connecticut to visit for Christmas. She gave my cousin a pair of Uggs for Christmas. I believe we were like 12 years old. She gave my cousin a pair of Uggs for Christmas. And my cousin said, no, I don't like them. They're not cute. And she took the Uggs back and returned them to, I think she returned them to the store. But here I was sitting there, no Christmas present. They next to me arguing about the wrong color size Uggs, and I'm sitting there. You feel me? Like, that's one thing about me. I ain't ungrateful. I'm grateful for everything the Lord has done for me. I'm grateful for my mom, even, like, for me getting this far in life. You know what I'm saying? So, you ain't never did shit for me. You ain't never gave me shit. Don't touch my shit. Not only don't touch my shit, don't try to steal my shit. That's number one. Fast forwarding, she just, the whole time she was there, I think she was there for like a year and a half or 2 years. Whole time she was there, she was stealing my shit. Stealing my shit. Stealing all my shit. Let me tell you. So when I was 16, that's when I started working. After all the times that I had to wear hand-me-downs and wear secondhand shit, I done bust my ass to buy myself some clothes. You gonna touch don't touch my shit. So you know what I had to do with that? I just started to, like, it pissed me off, but then it was like, that's family, so you know, fuck it, whatever, that's family. First off, so the rent would be due if she wouldn't want to give my mother the proper amount. Bitch, my mother said $1,000, give that down, where the money at? So that's one thing. She would try to front like, yo, I ain't got the bread, but she had the bread. And when things got hard, she would, when things got hard, like she had no one to pick up her kids or no one to go to her child's award show, I would go. She would call me from school. I used to have missed out on class just to go drop her kids to school or just to watch her kids, right? So I'm gonna rewind for y'all real quick. The father of her kid, two of her kids was in and out of her life, right? I just don't want to put people's business out there, but I don't want to put too much of the business out there. But yeah, so the father of her two kids moved in with her. So we were in the basement, struggling, living like fucking, I ain't gonna say, thank God I was gonna say it, but living like slums in the basement while she was upstairs taking basically having what the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like my room was big upstairs. And then I had to just go to like go live in a closet basically. But I didn't really mind. I was like, whatever. And that's when the dude, we're gonna call him Black. That's when Black moved in with my sister. So I remember one time I ordered this phone. My T-Mobile phone cracked. I ordered a new one. No, matter of fact, it didn't crack. The screen stopped working, so I ordered a new one. Boy, I ordered a new one. And I sent it to my house. Now, when I sent it to my house, the day that it was going to arrive, I had slept out. But when I slept out, I checked my tracking, and my tracking said delivered, and my first floor neighbors signed for it. Now, one thing my first floor neighbors always give me my mail, yo. All fucking always give me my mail. So I come home the next morning, you know, after school, came home, changed, went to school, came back from after school. This is the next day. Like, yo, where my phone at? I'm asking for my phone, and niggas acting like they don't speak English. Ooh, I remember this day, boy, I was about to get it popping. Niggas act like they ain't know where my phone was at. Now I'm finna tell y'all some real shit. And I don't want, this is one thing, do not feel bad for me, y'all. I'm in a state of mind and a place where I'm good, y'all. I'm over it and I'm good. So basically, fast forward, they stole my phone. So yeah, the dude, Black, and my sister stole my phone, basically. So I called T-Mobile and they sent me a new one and they shut off the old one. So I guess Black did whatever, he sold the phone, whatever. It came, I didn't know that they stole it until later on. I had thought it was their son that stole it, but later on I came to find out that it was them that stole it. So okay, Black is a scammer, y'all. Black is, let me tell you what happened to me one time. Black came to me like, yo, you know, what's her name again? He know I had a weak spot for my sister, just because I have a weak spot for family. So he came to me and he was like, if I give you the money, can you pay for, no, if I give you the money, can me, no, what he said, if I give you the money, can me and your sister open a line in your name because we both have bad credit, we're not gonna get approved. I said, you know what, my sister got a good job, so I know she's gonna pay the bill. I know, y'all, I'm so stupid. I know she's gonna pay the bill. I said, fuck it, yeah, y'all can open a line on my thing. So they opened the line now, and I believe he orders 3 phones. He orders 3 iPhone 5S. This is before the 6 came out. He orders 3 iPhone 5S. He has one, and my sister has one, and I guess he sold the other one. I ain't asked no questions as long as the bill was being paid. You know what I'm saying? It's family. I live with them. I was thinking like, yo, what's the worst that can happen? So about 2 months passed now, and they ain't paying the bill. So you already know I'm blacking this shit. They like, nah, tax season coming up. We gonna just drop a couple stacks on the bill, and we gonna take that phone and we gonna go to one of them little bum ass carriers. I'm like, all right. That's when shit started to be fishy for me. Now, this is the part where I tell y'all my mother leaves me sometimes. My mother went to Haiti, and the way the basement was set up, upstairs, coming to the basement, they could lock the door. But downstairs, we couldn't lock the door. So let me see if I can explain it. They could lock us from coming upstairs, but we can't lock them from coming downstairs. To lock the door was on their side. So my mother went to Haiti, and okay, all right. I'm not gonna cry. Okay, my mother went to Haiti, and oh God. Sorry, y'all. All right, so my mother went to Haiti, and all right. I ain't gonna do this, y'all. I'm telling y'all. All right, so my mom went to Haiti, and she left me with, I believe, enough money to pay my phone bill. And I paid my phone bill. So being that my sister lived upstairs, I was relying on her for food. And you know what I'm saying? I was relying on her for food, and I babysitted her kids and she dropped her kids off to school. So that's how kind of what we was doing, you know. I'll give you some food and you will watch my kids, whatever. I remember I was talking to my best friend on the phone about this bag that I wanted. And that is the bag that I have now, the MCM bag. It retails for like $500, but I really wanted the bag. Everybody knows I want the bag. And I guess Black overheard me on the phone telling my best friend that I want the bag. And if I ain't even got money for food, how I'm gonna get the bag? You know what I'm saying? So I guess all right, so he came to me with a theory, and he was basically prostitution. Um, but I told him I would never do it. Like, my pride's too high, and I actually value myself, so I'm like, nah, I wouldn't do it. But he kept on like insisting. The first time he said something, I was like, nah, I'm good. The second time now, he, oh God, forgive me. He was downstairs when he said it, when he insisted and asked. And I was like, nah. Then he starts talking about prostitution and he tries to touch me. So when it happened, when he tried to touch me, I got so scared, y'all, because my mom was in Haiti and my sister was upstairs sleeping, and I knew I couldn't trust her after they stole my phone and was stealing my clothes, you know what I'm saying? So I had really no one to talk to, or no one to talk to, and basically no one to trust. So he tried. He tried lifting up my shirt. He was like, what the fuck? He said, he was like, he was just trying to like persuade me to do it, and he was like, if you want to do it, I gotta see what you're working with. And that's when he tried to touch me. But I didn't know what to do, y'all. I didn't know what to do because they were who I was getting my food from. I didn't know what to do. I didn't do anything. Like, I didn't agree with anything. You know what I'm saying? Oh God. Okay, he just kept trying to touch me, and I got mad. And I told him to leave. And I will never forget that day because I could smell the beer on him, and I could see the beer, and I didn't have anybody to call. You know what I'm saying? So after that happened, I just like didn't eat for like 3 days. I, um, I, um, let me tell y'all. The next 4 days after that day was when my mother was coming home. So I went to sleep at my best friend's house. And you know, she gave me food and all that. But after that day, I did not stay at my house. I went to, I'm a crybaby, y'all. Oh my God. I went to sleep at my best friend's house. The day that my mother had came back from, the day before my mother came back from Haiti, he texted me and he was like, what's your social security? I'm trying to change the bill on the plan. And I knew something was up, so I didn't give it to him. And he was like, if you don't tell me your social security, I'm not gonna, you can't come with me to pick up your mom from the airport. And I'm like, nigga, I don't have to come with you, because when you drop her back home, I'm gonna be outside. Like, what are you talking about? So I knew my mother was coming home. I was with my recruiter at the time. My recruiter dropped me off. I told my recruiter everything that happened. My recruiter dropped me off to my house, and I remember I seen my mom get out the car, and I hugged her and I just started crying. And he was just standing there, and I just like, oh my God. But after that, after I told my recruiter, I told her like, yo, get me out of here, like for real. Like, you gotta get me out of here. Because, like I said, the door, I can't lock the door for them not to come downstairs. That was just the reality of it. But I remember this one time, I locked myself out of my room And I was like, I'm not like a fucking handyman or nothing. So this is when we was cool. So I called him and I was like, called him from upstairs. I was like, hey, can you help me open my door? And I was struggling with the door for like an hour. And he opened that shit a second. So I was like, yo, how the fuck you did that? He was like, oh, I got the key to everything in this bitch. He was lying, but at that time, I was so afraid. So that's why I didn't stay at the house. I went to go sleep with my best friend until my mom came. So fast forwarding, I have the whole I was back when my mother came back from Haiti. I was in the house for like another month, and it was really hard because he would come downstairs and talk to my mom, and I would just be sitting there like yo, God, get me out of here, get me out of here, get me the fuck out of here, please. And I it would just be hard to like allow my mom to talk to him and watch my mother have conversations with him because I didn't want to say anything. I was waiting until I was waiting until I at least got a ship date because I wasn't gonna say anything unless I got out the house. Like I was not gonna just say something because I knew that my mother was gonna leave me again, and then I might not have no food, and I might just depend on them again. You know what I'm saying? So my eyelash coming up. Oh, this shit coming off. Oh, that's great. Oh yeah. Oh, that's perfect. But anyways, my back hurt. I've been sitting here talking for 32 minutes. But when I finally got my ship date from my recruiter and I shipped out to basic, if you're in basic during Christmas, they allow you to go back home. And when I went back home, that is when before I shipped out and I was in the airport, I called my mom and I was like, Mom, I got something to tell you, but I'll tell you after boot camp. And she was like, okay, okay. And so when I came home for Christmas is when I told her. So I told her and I told my other sister, my sister that is from New York. And my sister was like, why would you wait so long to tell me knowing that I have a daughter? And I'm like, I was just trying to survive. You live with your daughter. I wasn't really, you know what I'm saying? Like I was trying to survive for me. I'm just gonna be honest. But I told my mom and she was mad, she was upset. She I think she said she was gonna say something to him, or I don't know. I don't fucking know. But the fucked up part that really hurt me is even after I told her, yeah. I told her, and then I went home in, what month was that? I believe that was April. When did I go home? May 3rd. No, May. January, February, March, April, May, June, May 18th I went home. And when I went home, he was there. And my mother was talking to him. And I'm like, Ma, he trying to fuck me. Like, why y'all talking? But there you go. I don't know. I don't know how to explain. I don't know. I was hurt when I see my mother talking to him. I was hurt when I seen him in the house. Like, you do not care about me enough to just like, I don't know. I just felt like shit. I don't know. Like, something ever happened to you and you reach a point where like you don't even care anymore. Like, I don't even care. Like, after I see him in the house, I was just like, whatever. Like, I told you what happened and you wouldn't allow it. So I just stopped caring. But I would never forget that. So I know that my sister knows and she's still with him. So that's dead. I don't plan on ever speaking to them again. Here's the bad part. So when I went home for Christmas, yo, I'm fucking lazy. When I went home for Christmas, when I had went home for Christmas, I was sitting there talking to my mom, and it's about to turn into a vlog for real. Fuck it, it's about to be a vlog. I'm lazy. Y'all still watching this? I fuck with y'all. I fuck with y'all. If you're still continuing to watch this video, I love you. Is this good enough? Let me see. Oops. Yeah, so this is a vlog, definitely. So I had went home for Christmas, and I was talking to my mom, and I saw on the table there was a Capital One bill in my name, and I'm like, I don't have Capital One because I would never open a credit card because I don't even work to pay the credit card off. So I called them and I was explaining to them like, yo, I was just in boot camp. I never opened this, whatever. And they was like, I was asking them like, what's the charges on it? Y'all would not believe this shit. They was like, it's currently at $400. And I was like, where was this card opened at? They gonna tell me Connecticut. Man, I started crying like, yo, them niggas fucked up my credit. But oh my god, why am I crying? Yo, I need to stop crying. I'm a crybaby now, and I've never been like this. But so basically, she was like, the charges are in Connecticut, and I was like, where are they? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I gave her my social security. She knew it was me, so I was asking her like, where are these charges at? She gonna tell me Toys R Us. She was telling me all these stores, and I was like, this nigga opened a credit card in my name to buy his kids a Christmas present. Ain't that ironic? Like, there was nothing that I could do because I was shipping. Oh, my eyebrows laid. God, geez. There was nothing that I could do because I was shipping back out to Basic in a week. Where the fuck could I go? And they told me the papers for the claim were gonna be in the mail in a week. So by the time that the papers would have came, I wouldn't have been there. But I don't know what happened. But it's not on my credit report anymore. But oh my god. So remember how I told y'all I allowed them to use my name for the Verizon? They ain't pay that shit, so now I owe Verizon like $2,000, and it was my poor decision for me to trust family. I'm gonna pay it back. I don't really have a choice. It's in my name, but now I'm at a point where I don't really care about family. Like I never really. I'm not gonna say I never had family because there were some good times, but majority of the times are bad. Like I don't really. When I think back on my childhood, I don't know what the fuck that is. I don't know. But basically, how I deal with family now in my situation is I don't deal with them. I do not talk to anyone but my mother and a couple of little cousins. And I got a mustache? Y'all didn't even tell me. Oh my god. Oh my god, I gotta shave. But how do I deal with them? I glow up on them. So glowing up on someone means when you grow up, people tell you you ain't never gonna be shit or whatever. And then you grow up and you're somebody. Like, you know what I'm saying? Now they look at me like I'm some billionaire, which I'm far from. But you know what I'm saying? Like, just they look at this opportunity like, damn, she made it out the fucking hood. But you're damn right I made it. I really don't deal with family. I don't plan on going back. The only how that I deal with them is me doing something with myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, they never thought I was gonna be shit, y'all. Y'all gotta understand. They used to tell me like, yo, you are never leaving this house. Like, all right, I'm just a regular human being, and I thought somebody was coming. And the difference between me and everybody else is I'm open to sharing my stories. Everybody else, they probably shy away from it or whatever. But me, I ain't got nothing to hide. This is me. This is my reality. This is something I have to deal with every day when I look at the mirror. So You feel me? I gotta tell somebody. So I ain't really worried about being judged or nothing. I don't want nobody to feel bad for me. Like, I'm not a sad case or nothing like that. But woman to woman, because I know majority of my subscribers are females. You know, if something is happening to you, don't keep it to yourself, because if you do keep it to yourself, you're going to start thinking that it's your fault and you're going to beat yourself up and drive yourself crazy. Just always know, no matter if you're in a situation where you're drunk or you have a short skirt on, it's not your fault. Whatever happens to you, it is not your fault. So my advice would be, in that situation, if you're going through something and you don't have anybody to talk to someone. And I don't mean talk to God. I mean, of course, talk to God, but talk to someone that can help, okay? Because shit is real. I'm telling you, your mind is real. Your mind is everything. You don't want to go cuckoo. So if y'all going through something, if y'all are going through something, shit, y'all could talk to me. My email is in the fucking description bar. Shit, talk to somebody. Do not, I'm telling you, if someone, family member or whatever, is doing something to you and you feel uncomfortable, say something, because you could prevent it from happening to someone else. So even though, like, whatever happened, no one in my family is gonna say anything. It doesn't matter, because I feel kind of relieved that I told somebody and I got this off my chest. And yeah, but I love y'all, and I'm gonna get out of here because I got videos to edit and upload. And when I hit my 1,000 subscribers, y'all, I'm gonna cry. I'll be crying and she's like, I got 1,000 subscribers. They like me. They're going to see. Y'all keep saying I don't need a tummy tuck. Look at this shit. I need a tummy tuck. I need lipo. But anyways, y'all, I love y'all. Bye.